Hello, Mark. Thorax here. I'm just checking. Does Angie put water here? Okay. She needs water.
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes we don't quite know where it is, and she'll knock everything out the way. So
Okay.
we just check in. Yeah. Thank you so much. We wanted to thank you personally for giving Angie that opportunity to see Aventilla and allow us to come through in this way. Angie was really desperate to get some real answers from me, and it's not always necessary to reveal them as she wishes, but she is impatient. She wants to know what's going on and what's next and get on the ball and stay on the ball. And, you know, where we are from, we're just relaxing. There is no time. There's no point in hurrying up or anything like that. So this is just something that's part of her. She just wants to know everything that's going on all the time. So I'm learning a lot about her, which is me as well. So it's much like we are one and the same person, almost. But she's reached a point now where she can now disappear almost and go into a trance channeling state.
Okay.
It is quite beautiful because she was not planning on doing this at all. It just seemed to happen. Oh, the gamma. She was she was trying that gamma ray by binaural beats, and that's what put her in a state. So she created a path to get back in there. It's very comfortable now because I don't have her opinions all the time. It's much easier to communicate now. So how are you doing today, Mr. Mark?
I'm well.
And where are you from?
Canada.
Can we hear this tick, tick, tick? Are you going muting and unmuting?
Yeah, a little bit to not have too much background sound.
I see. All right. So now we got to mute Angie's notifications because we got thingy in the background. In advance, we do things similar. What do you call it? Spontaneously. So we don't plan things to happen. The main reason why we wanted to meet you was because of, you know, your small D did such a great thing for her. And I personally just want to thank you. You know, there are certain things that people can do to help one another, and even in the community, I can see that there is a lack of perhaps unity and appreciation for one another. They simply cannot all connect and share in a free manner. It takes time for them to create this community. I noticed that you're quite quiet, let's say. You don't really take part in much. That's fine. This is your choice, of course. But we do partake with us, of course, anytime. And a lot of the times we just enjoy ourselves. We don't take everything too seriously, you know. And she gets a little bit too spiritual sometimes. And she goes beyond herself, and she does not even understand what she's doing, but she's loading her brain all day long. Anyway, that's her business. But she also posts all that stuff and shares it with everybody else. You know, it's just a place where we can share with one another, get to know each other, and it's a small community, and most of them have with us to Sirius in astral, some in astral, some in dream state. But those are the ones that sort of gravitated towards us, and there are more coming our way. But we don't intend on creating a huge group, so to speak. Just a few at a time will be fine. There's a lot of healing that we're going to do now. I'm sure you're aware of that because you're part of Aventella's webinar most of the time. It's going to be fun. It's all about having fun, really. And having fun. Many people don't understand how in channel and just have fun doing so. You know, doesn't always have to be about high knowledge and bringing through other beings or having lots of questions and answers. It's just a matter of co-creation just between you and I, really. So if you want to ask questions, of course, go ahead. Don't let us get in the way. We can always shift and bring back in through who's female, or we can bring in Balba, who is androgynous. And they just come through, slip through, and change the frequency. I deal mainly with the intellectual part, though, with the logical aspects.
Do you have something more specific you wish to share, or?
We were speaking about how, you know, we could be of assistance in such a manner of giving each other an opportunity to do whatever with, you know, such as your good deed that you did with Angie, and we thanks again. You're always going to hear a thank you come through. It is kind of a inbred belief system that she's got in her brain. It's always going to be a thank you. She'll never stop thanking you. I've got to tweak it a bit and stop it. We'll point it out. I like to be overwhelmed with thanks and gratitude, and they don't want their attention. But back to, you know, what I have to share really is, you know, I would like to see more unity. I would like to see people coming together more and sharing more of like light-hearted stuff so that we can reach the ones that are not yet even awakened. We need to come through for them in a very slow way, not to rush anything, Of course, it's their choice with what they want to do. But it's such a delicate process of awakening. It's a little bit, sometimes when I watch it, it's a little bit scary because I can see how one would wake up and suddenly dive straight into a reptilian, let's say, webinar, and they get completely taken over by it. And they don't understand what's happened. That is total rude awakening, let's say. But these things happen. That's why we need to sort of guide people, get some foundation right before they go straight into the alien stuff. Because it's not the alien stuff that's important. It's about waking yourself up, activating your own self, your own DNA. I think sometimes the aliens, although they are real, sometimes they are just there to reflect back to you who you are. Yes, and we've reached this point where we can now activate certain parts of us, become more empowered, and more stand in your own power, and even extend yourself out and start traveling, exploring the densities, dimensions. There's a whole lot to do. Your planet is certainly beautiful and interesting. That is all we really wish to share, is how, how amazing you guys have really got it. And yet humans tend to whinge and moan and complain that they're not getting anywhere, or they complain about everyday life, really. There's no need to complain or whinge about it. Of course, it's difficult because the feline nature is so gentle and relaxed and the human is more at the moment pumped up with aggression and confusion, and there's a whole lot of negative emotions going on. For us, we can't get all that hyped up about it. It's just stuff. It's nothing to us, really. So what we do is when we encounter people and they come into our range, we just calm them down. It's always important that when you get to a point of outrage and disgust or repulsed by the things that are coming out in the news, instead of acting or reacting, rather just to bring yourself back to your own awareness. Breathe. And really just observe your own reality and check if all of that chaos is part of your reality or not. And it's up to you to decide which part you would like to take place in. You can always separate yourself from all the chaos that's going on. This is part of what the ascension is for, really. It's time to just step on up or step over into the new earth, into a different density where there is none of that.
Okay.
Pardon, say that again.
I said okay. Um, what kind of direction did they choose to take? For I think she looked to maybe learn to connect to. I have this impression she maybe looked to connect to a new kind of entity a little bit to explore that. Is it is it a direction she will take?
Who, Angie?
Yeah.
Mm, yeah, basically, mm, that's the direction she's in. That's where she is. Basically, she lives there. One step in the 3D and one step in the fourth and the
Mm,
fifth, of course. And with her help, we are also bringing in our energies into the new earth. And we're building the grid in astral together. She's very much part of this. And most of you are part of it as well. You just don't know it yet.
mhm,
Yeah. There's a lot of things that you're a part of and you don't know it yet. So there is a lot of awakenings to come. Yeah, this is a direction that she's taken due to just what she experiences, you know, how
mhm,
she experiences things, explores. Yes. There is also the other idea of another ascension where the sun will start soaking you up and you become your light body. You ascend with your light body. Your 3D body disappears. I think there is a scheduled for 2020. This should happen. It's already happening to people right now. They are disappearing. They are ascending in that way, where their light bodies are more active in other dimensions.
mhm,
And it's the
okay.
sun's job now to absorb that body, to pick the body up, but to absorb it so much so that it just blends back into the earth because that body is no longer needed. Does that make sense to you?
No, thank you. Just your something like vibration, your change, and you're not visible to the lower one.
Correct, yes. Mm.
What is I think you're the when people do trance channeling could
Mm.
have a variation in the accuracy of the translation of or
Yes,
the vibration.
yes. There is always more accuracy in the trance because I'm coming through straight. I don't have her opinion.
Yeah, the mind is put on the side, yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
What
Whereas
is
normally, yeah, she would say her point of view,
mm,
and I'd have to share mine, and it's a little bit of a traffic jam.
what is yeah. Yeah, what is our accuracy at this point?
What is her
Yeah, accuracy at
her
this point.
her accuracy? Uh, mm, in percentage wise, you mean
Yeah,
the accuracy of the message, the probability of the message is what I'm saying and what I'm bringing through. I'd say 95%.
no, I don't have too much.
Is that too much for you?
No, it's okay. Just it's not too much. Uh, not bl
Of a takeover?
not blind spot. I mean, no much the percentage of error is low. It's not bad.
Mm.
With a missing word is not don't have much missing perception of transition.
No, I don't have her at all in my
The
in this communication. I don't have her at all. She's away totally, and so I say that I'm probably taking over her right now. 90% of 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 her, 95% of her
yeah. I mean
right
I
now.
mean
Yeah.
I mean the 10% is the size of this 10% is just the the probability that's not the best word
It's just to keep her alive.
used the best word used to translate the ID you share, something like that.
Yeah, yeah. We need her to keep her body circulating,
Yeah,
and her brain to function. We don't want to turn her off and start
yeah,
functioning for her. Yeah. So
yeah.
she needs to be there, and she needs to also feel perhaps if there's another presence in the room as well. You know, that's what probably when she would probably get a fright and she would come through.
Hmm.
She'd come back for some reason.
Yeah,
Or so she's basically, yeah, she's not here. Her body is just on automatic right now. So that
yeah,
10% is
yeah.
her.
Cruise control.
What a,
But, but about
yep.
the accuracy is just when I said the accuracy of the translation of your ID you send is more about the word, the selection of the word of the ID that's could be not necessarily
Uh,
align with your ID. That could happen.
always understand that the entity like me that you are speaking to, this is the way I perceive it. And if somebody else was to channel me,
Mm.
they're going to see something different,
Yeah,
another aspect
yeah,
of me. But the underlying message or the accuracy of what is actually happening when we share
mm.
will always be the same, because that is what it is. It's how we
Mm.
perceive things. We're very active in the earth and building, even the rainbow aura around the earth. We are currently building that. Our energies also understand we're a collective. I'm just a spokesperson. So the whole Sirius B is really, really active on the earth right now,
Mm.
integrating, these energies and helping Gaia to assist in the ascension.
Mm.
Mm. There's a lot of things going on right now that we could share with you, but it's whether open that up for discussion or not is an unknown. We don't know if that is what you want to do. So it's always up to you to ask questions and explore. You could go anywhere and we could open up anything for you. It's up to you what you want to do,
Yeah,
basically. Yeah.
yeah.
It's a co-creation now. I'm not coming through like Bashar and teaching you a lesson.
Mm.
Yeah. We are having a conversation.
I'm curious to know. My youngest brother, I gave him some crystal in December,
Mm-hmm.
and And I don't know, it seemed to take more distance from us a little bit. I don't know if you just start this process of awakening, or where you are in his life now. Can you connect to that?
I'll connect to that. How old is he?
46 soon.
All right. So when you feel a disconnection,
No, I mean it seemed take more distance with us a little bit.
yeah. So would you say his behavior is somewhat that he's been more in solitude, or just not interested in you guys because you're perhaps into this sort of thing? This is not interested in this idea, or has he taken on solitude for himself to grow with himself and research and find out for himself the possibilities? I'm just asking you between these two questions. What is it that you think he's doing?
I don't know. I know
he doesn't contact you?
there's not necessarily big social people. So person is.
I
I think
see.
you have many things to fear to fix or something like that.
I see. Right. In this understanding, the fear factor would lead him to either run away from it or research it deeper for himself. He is not one to just accept anything lightly, and nor are you. You both need time to evaluate things. You're very much the same. That's what I can see so far. He is perhaps not interested in as far as you are, in slowly and come through. He's perhaps experiencing a lot of painful issues as well, because waking up is not easy. Because you're waking up to something that's gonna freak you out,
Yeah.
and that's gonna scare you away.
Does that mean he choose to awake?
Yes, most people that are incarnated right now have chosen this path, particularly to experience the awakening. But over the years, there are certain aspects of ourselves that are so inbred through lifetimes that there's belief systems stored up in there, and those systems just a lot of fear, So there's a lot of stuff that he would have to deal with. So it's scary for him. If he learns one lesson, if there's anything that you can teach him that is only inside you, no one can put fear in you except you. It's a choice that you make subconsciously.
But how
when you feel this, say again.
How you perceive the fact how you perceive the fact I bring in some crystal, and how he is to react to that?
Let me see. He seems to be just not interested. Or there's a contraction. It's not ready to open up. Or he can see it, but he's not ready to believe by everything that does not believe it. That is not all that part of the awakening. Let's say that most people on your earth are doing this. They're going to have a look, they're going to have a brief look in and see that there is something to awaken to, but they still aren't having a choice whether to do this or not. You know, having the crystal there in his vicinity will, of course, impart a lot of confidence in this area and break down some fear inside also, and do a lot of telepathy work with him and work where you're sending him good vibrations every day, send him waves of love, compassion, to stir him up, because every human being needs to be loved. And when they stay far away from love too long, they will always gravitate back to their own family because they can feel that they are loved there. So the whole idea is to just love that person at the moment completely and allow him to even feel loved, because he's going through not only fear, he is scared, he's unsure of life now, in a way. You know what I mean? It's like it's like how can I say? It's like when you wake up, there's a lot of thinking that's going to go down, and you've got to. And the first thing, your first reaction is sometimes anger, because you know you've been lied to all these years, and who's lied to you? Yes, you know, your own parents put you through all those belief systems. So there's, of course, that anger back into the family. So there's a lot of forgiveness that has to take place. A lot of healing needs to come through. That crystal will bring in healing, and your whole family vibration will come through that, and the love. He will feel it. That crystal has got a mission to do that specific job. That is why you've given it to him. Am I right?
No, the idea is just we give him a opportunity to see things differently.
You're right. Yeah. He's just a little bit confused right now. You know. And he's not the only one. Believe me, he's not the only one. A lot of people are evaluating life now and going through this incredible disbelief, shock feeling. And it wounds the soul. It hurts the heart. And this is something that we all got to do, is heal in our hearts. Because basically humanity has lied to us, really. And you're going to have some kind of reaction towards that. How you deal with that is going to be, it affects your own reality as well as others. You know. So just don't worry too much about him. He does have angelic energies around him. There is Raphael and Gabriel. He seems to have there with him, as well as a crystal. So he's not really getting alien guidance, but he's getting more angelic, higher guidance and love. I see when he goes to sleep, Raphael always brings in some kind of calm and some humor just to, neutralize the day.
Okay, yeah,
Because every single day seems to be a little bit too much for him,
Too much about to be alone with himself or something like that.
This is what's said. This is exactly what's happening. Okay, this is how I see him. He's woken up, all right, and he's researching everything, and it's all going in his brain. And the whole idea of time right now is so warped that the amount of stuff that he's bringing in through the brain on one day is something normally do over, let's say, 1, 2, 3 months. You know what I mean? So there's a hyperactivity going on and a confusion, and the mind needs to defragment at the end of the day. And yeah, and Raphael is there to assist him in this. He's doing okay. It's just like he overworks his brain.
Okay.
He's okay though. He's well guided, well protected. He's not going to go in the wrong direction. He's going to really seek truth. Most people that are waking up, they're either going to look for one truth and accept it and just go with it, or they're going to look for everything because they feel so betrayed, and lied to, that they're going to need some real evidence of their own reality now. So it's a bit scary for everybody. Yeah.
In some way, choose to take more in charge of himself in some way.
Yes. You see, here's another, let's expand on this idea. A male always has, let's say a male and a female, okay, will have the ability to be alpha male or the young adult or a balanced or even the inner child, And if the adult male lives in that alpha male frequency and he wants to take charge, then of course that is what it's doing. But every now and again, you naturally slip into your young adult state and you go into your child state and you go through all those memories. And it's like a daily process that this happens. So, of course, you've got the alpha male that's really in charge right now. And he's standing up and he's being a man in this fashion, let's say. He's like strong-willed, he's not going to just accept anything that easily. Proof before he moves into anything.
Okay.
Is he an aggressive person?
Not really.
Then he should be fine. It's just that that alpha male can be influenced with ego, and that ego acts as a protection sometimes.
Okay.
And yeah.
Okay.
Do you completely understand what we said?
Yeah.
How we explained it? Okay. Because we can go deeper if you want. Yeah, I could spend hours explaining these things.
Yeah, just have wish to have a more clear idea of where we have inside this process.
You see, a lot of people will be able to give you more of a general answer. That was me. I'm able to bilocate, and I'm able to feel his heart. I'm able to feel exactly his state of being, and I can interpret it as it is,
Okay.
and
he's more
feeling my
more
energy.
feline. He's more a feline capacity in some way.
Yes,
okay.
Yes, yeah.
So to change direction a little bit.
All right.
What is the main message, or maybe some of my guide have to say?
All right. Right. So I'm going to say something just for everybody.
Okay.
For the human collective right now. And it's going to be really simple. Or we'll see. Basically, when you wake up, you're going to be confused because of the belief systems you've been through. And how much time and life have you wasted on these belief systems? And you're going to watch everything around you sort of crumble. People are going to change. Your friends are going to change. Your family is going to change. Every aspect of your life is going to change because you're waking up into something new. How you choose to react to this is very important. And to perhaps even to identify it as an awakening is something in itself, to just sit and allow it to happen and then, seek for further. And because as you're awake, what happens is your senses of your 5 senses, they start heightening, and you're going to feel everything in a different way. So you don't really completely understand, but it feels a little bit so far bizarre to you. You feel like you can't really even have a conversation with somebody because of what's going on. And everybody is going through this as well. And so people are, perhaps they're not connecting with one another as much as they used to. And therefore they'll stay in their home, but then they are fed propaganda on the TV or on the internet or on like YouTube and Facebook. And then that influence there is going to also affect you. So take care of this awakening and look deeper within yourself rather than what's going on in the world. Because this is more about you and waking up to who you are, and start giving yourself more love, and go through what you believe in, what you don't believe in. You know how to use the whole process of simply taking it out of this file and putting it in the recycle business, the recycle file. Basic like that. If you just do it in this format, it's done as you perceive it. To do it this way, it's simple that way. That's the way we do it. Anything that comes up. And it's also difficult when you're confronted with angelic, supernatural events and things that you're going to start seeing. You won't know how to react to them because the general religious thing, they did not include angelics into their religion because of certain ideas and all that. But the angelics are there to help you and guide you. We suggest that you call out to Michael, Gabriel, Raphael, Ariel, Zadkiel, Samson, and Uriel. Call any one of these angels and you will be completely protected and secured in your awakening. They will just take you through it and they'll always be there and guide you through it so that there is no negative energy that's going to influence you as you go on, because you're going to feel negative things just because you believe in them. And as soon as you feel all these things, you're going to have to want to deal with them. Use that recycle bin. Get rid of it. If you feel that you're attached to different entities or anything like that, there is also, you can also reach out for help to the angelics, to people like us, because we help in this area. We'll help you understand what's going through you in your life, if that is what you wish to do, to talk to somebody about it. We are here for that.
Okay. How many guide people have usually around them?
There is always about definitely two. One that is in the background. It depends on you whether you want to incorporate that guide into your life. It is more useful for you to just take one. Also common that you could have an angel, an ancestor, someone that's passed on in your family. You could have an alien. You could have an elemental being. And you could also just have some other spirit forms that are just in spirit.
Yeah,
Continue, sorry. Carry on.
Because it seemed like I have 10, 12 around me. It's like one permanent and probably some just change, just kind of rotation. Something like that.
They are there. They are trying to reach you, but most of them are there watching, upgrading you.
Okay.
Upgrading the information that's coming in and out. Your guide, of course, will take complete responsibility of whatever you do. That is what they are there for. They guide you completely. To incorporate your guide. It's a life-changing experience because that guide becomes a real person to you and a best friend, really believing, and you will not need to go to anybody else for information, for help. That guide will take you through everything throughout your lifetime. And you can use other aspects of yourself. That guide will open that up. If you want to go into past lives, that guide will give you the experience. You have to ask for these things.
And the idea of permanent guide, as information I received about Arif was the permanent guide, and same other one was more temporary, or are they just observer in the in the in the range of observer?
Yeah, there are most of these entities that come around you. They come around you just to observe you, to see how open you are.
Okay.
They offer their services to you. Your higher self is in communication with them, and if
Okay.
you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's loads of them out there that are going to come into your vortex and they're going to offer help. Your higher
Okay.
self is always protecting you there. Yeah.
Okay. It's like when you play ball at school, a lot want to be picked.
Yeah. 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 Part of the team.
Okay. And
You can, Karen,
yeah, continue.
you can have all these guides activated.
Okay.
But of course, you need to ask why. You know, what is the purpose of each one? And if you do activate them, you know, understand that there must be great amount of information, power, or something that they are going to impart. So it is good to incorporate them because they are part of you. One or two of them have probably been with you for lifetimes. Some of them have been your best friend in other lifetimes, and they just pass by just to see how you are in this lifetime. So if you were more aware of your own guides and your own who comes into these areas around you, then you would be able to have more of an interaction with them. This is something for perhaps something that will happen in your own future. Or you could ask in the webinar, you could always ask, who was this guy? What did he want? Kind of thing, you know. And they will talk through in this way, because that's where they basically are finding you, is in the webinar. They like the way that you're quiet. It helps them to understand, because the other people are asking so many questions and they're all busy, and you're very sort of calm. And, you know, they want to understand how you are operating in a different way. That's all they do. So they observe you mostly.
Okay.
You have a lot of entities around you. They are like animal life. Like I myself, like a blue line. You'll see me as a blue line. But you have, and a humanoid, you have a lot of animal life in communicating with you and creating relationships with you. But then there is this one Octarian guy. I don't know if he's a guy or a girl, but I've seen him with you before. Yeah. He's the main one, your best friend. You know this guy very well, but you haven't brought him into your daily life yet. And he's not in a hurry, of course. Yeah. It's your choice. Yeah. When you
does he have a part of himself in this country or this area?
It's not really about the country or the area that he's part of. It's more about he was an incarnation with you in a past life.
Yeah.
And that's why, also what tends to often happen is an ancestor, when they pass on, they might not choose to come back as a human. They choose an alien form, and that way they can come and be your guides.
Okay.
So this person might be an ancestor of yours, but they seem to know you very well.
Okay. Does Angie is open and able
Some
to
water.
make to take the connection with him?
Mm, mm, mm.
Or
Are you
comfortable
ready?
to do that?
Are you ready to do so?
Yeah, if she feel comfortable to doing that, to channel him.
Mm. Okay, no problem. Yeah. Let me see if he's okay with that. Is it a he or a he? Do you know?
How you say that?
The Octarian.
Yeah,
It's a he or a she. It's a
I
he.
don't know. I don't
It's
know.
a he.
I don't have touched the ball.
Okay. It's a guy. He's a best friend. Yeah. Mm. Hmm. Okay. He said that he's too shy to be channeled, but he's willing to ask any questions, answer any questions. Um, he is. He said that he's just as shy as you are.
If I insist, what he do? Sit on the chair and jump.
He's laughing. You guys joke around a lot, don't you?
I
All right.
will
Now,
I will buy in ice cream.
he's already accepted. All right. Hello.
Hi.
This is a little bit difficult because I don't know how to be channeled. I've never done
But
this before.
just do like you think you need to do.
Say that again.
Just do like you think you need to do.
All right. Is this okay with you?
Yeah, just jump.
All right. Because this interaction is ours. It's personal. So
Mm-hmm.
it's going to feel like I'm going to whisper sometimes.
Okay.
I'm just fine.
You can turn up the volume if you wish.
The energy.
Did you have more specific name you choose to share?
Thorax is just energizing me, putting me into a higher density and helping me understand what's going on.
How old are
And
you?
it feels like you're right down there and I'm right up here. Feels a bit weird. I am in your years, roundabout 120.
120. Yeah.
We live for long periods of time.
Okay.
It's a little bit different. Also understand that I can also behave like I am 16.
Yeah, I feel like you are young in your mind.
Yes. 160 is not young. 120 is not old. It's a very young in our the Arcturian age cycle.
What is the lifespan in Arcturian?
It's more like 1,000 to 2,000 years.
Okay.
And then we just mostly evolved from there. We don't actually die off. We continue to evolve into higher states. Or we come back in to the Arcturian race. You are very related to the Arcturians. Your whole family is. Your DNA is more, you got more of Arcturian DNA than you do reptilian.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't give you percentage and all that stuff.
Oh, it's okay for this moment.
Yeah. But our interactions together, I would say that I've guided you most of your life.
Okay.
And you pretty much have taken my own persona in a way.
Okay. Does this was in thought, I think it's summer 2013 when I made my NLP lesson and I tried to write my, I don't know the word for that. It's like paper for the school, but my mind was not able to doing that. More I try, more it was hard to doing that. Is it you? Is it you what tell me to is not need to doing that?
Of
Something like
course.
that?
Yeah.
I think
Yes.
I'll hear you two time, I think.
You will feel I speak through your intuition.
Okay.
It's like you hear my voice. It is soft like Angie's speaking like I am right now. It's soft and sometimes you'll feel more of the telepathic interaction with me, where there's you just know it and feel it, that was me guiding you.
Are you one of my part, or you are completely different entity?
I am Octarian, but as you know, as each human is born, they all get guides, you know. And
Mm-hmm.
for me, you have lived an Octarian lifetime before.
Yeah.
So we are best friends already. You even asked that I come and guide you.
Okay. Did I received the name of Odyssey Fire? Is what you wish to use as name, or you have something different you wish to use?
Say the name again, please.
Odyssey Fire?
Orders Fire?
Yeah. Is
That's
is the
fine.
name you is the one you use, or you wish use another one?
You can just use orders.
Okay.
Or I don't know how you're pronouncing it.
Odus.
Yeah,
Okay.
orders. All right. You can always call me Dous for
Okay.
short, or Al. It's your choice what you want to choose, what you want to call me. But if I give you orders or just this, I'll say rather just call me this because it's so much
Does.
easier.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It still pronounces it Dous, like does.
Does. Okay.
Something that you're doing, you know, something that you know, it's an adjective in the English language,
Is an
which is what
adjective?
I am here to do.
Okay.
Sorry?
Okay. Um, I don't know really have specific questions in some way. Do you have?
I'm looking at you over here, but I'm noticing I am also right next to you in there, you know, in your area, in your vortex. I'm
Okay.
sitting right next to you, and I'm leaning over you on your left-hand side.
Okay.
So you might feel my presence there. You'll feel me there most of the time, either on your
Does.
left or on your right.
Okay. Does maybe have few things you wish to let me know, or
You want a message?
if you have something I need to know at this point?
There is nothing that is. Um, mm, all right. There is something. Perhaps you can start to talk to me more. That would make my journey a whole lot more comfortable. It's difficult to always be there for you, and you never really acknowledge that I'm there. But
Okay.
I am used to it. I'm used to it. If you can feel my energy and imagine me and just understand that I am always there, perhaps you will open up and allow me to, you know, have a conversation. You can always go to your pen and paper and start writing, and I'll give you ideas And I'll give you ways and thoughts and to help you understand things, to start the communication process between you and I.
Mm-hmm.
Just ask any questions and I'll answer them for you. Always understand this one thing. You're going to have your own opinion and you're going to have mine.
Mm-hmm.
Whichever comes first is mine. I'm the sharpest one.
Yeah.
I'll always be more accurate than your own opinion.
Yeah, I don't have the same machine.
That's okay. That's what we are here to do, is to help and guide you.
Okay.
So Thorax right now is really almost, I'm going to just say this in a picture. He's combining our energies up correctly. So they are in alignment now, that there can be a proper communication process that will start to flow. So
Okay.
he said he's opening your crown chakra and just allowing the energies to go through your whole body.
Okay.
I will, of course, yeah. So I'm...
Yeah, continue.
Yeah, I'm basically going to come through into your body right now so that I am actually really part of who you are.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to feel a difference. If you don't feel it already, you're going to feel it in a few days. It's like a transfusion.
Okay. As long as you don't fart in me, it's okay.
We'll see about that. We are very used to you farting.
Yeah. Any oh, I said that any information that give me idea how you look a little bit?
All right, you can see. I'm bald, like an alien, big eyes, small mouth. My color is more of a deep red, like a maroon color.
Yeah.
It's not red, it's just a dark color red. Okay. All over. And I look like a grey.
Okay.
But I'm red. I'm about 5 foot, a lot shorter than you.
Okay. You can walk on door table?
But yes. Yeah, I can sit on your lap as well. But I've got bigger eyes than you, that's for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a mix of gray and Arcturian, or is just one type of Arcturian species?
I am in fact hybrid. You picked that up pretty correctly. In the Arcturian race, there are pure Arcturians, and then there are Arcturians that have interbred. My parents were one, the male, my father was the grey, and my mother was Arcturian. So that is how we got the mix. Yeah.
Did you choose the mix because you wish to take another color or something like that?
not to take on another color, but it is a common thing
Okay.
in our culture. Yeah,
Okay.
to mix, it's no issue. It's not like the humans with their black and white.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't have race issues.
Okay.
But it's, of course, there are many benefits of integrating, interbreeding like that to get the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I guess. You have the big
Yeah.
head machine and the sexy body.
Yeah, basically. And there's also the idea of, like, the Octarians are very light, and the greys are mostly known as your darker aspect. So
Okay.
I am, like, integrated with both, infused with both, which is very beneficial for your own growth to integrate both light and dark
Mm-hmm. More
aspects of
balance.
things.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. So it's something that you already know already, when you chose me as your guide. It was
Yeah, but
something that you
okay.
were very conscious of, yes.
Did you connect with my other lifetime doppelganger?
No, we are mostly connected through being Arcturian. But if you want to connect to past lives, this is something that we can do alone.
I mean, I mean, I mean, if you are already have make connection with him, who made meeting?
Mm, okay. We we've looked, I think, in over the few years, we've looked into our past lives, into your past lives, but
Mm-hmm.
only briefly. We haven't really gone in there and dealt with anything. And there is not much trauma that you've been through in order to go through all of that and look for anything affecting your incarnation now. The main thing that's affecting your now incarnation is their and their energies. They're pretty positive
Okay.
race. Yeah. Like we said, you've had more lives as a nocturne than a human. You came to experience the ascension.
Okay. What I guess when I choose someone to has as guide is because I have my guideline to wish to take is is it what kind of
Yeah. Oh,
thing
yeah.
thing I ask you to bring to guide me in some way?
Yes. You mean, was it planned out before?
What the
It
direction
had.
I ask to guide me?
All right. You basically asked me to guide you through this whole awakening period and keep you in the lighter aspect and keep you
Okay.
guarded against any of the negative aliens that come. They often come through just to check you out, but that's all. Yeah.
Okay.
And basically to go through this ascension, because we chose to go through it together and to both experience it together. So this is the perfect time to start getting to know me and as a friend, because we're going to experience all of this now together.
Okay.
It's not like I'm extremely more advanced than you are. No, I am learning just as much as you're learning, except I have access to the galaxy
Yeah.
and
Okay.
you don't. So I can give you a whole lot of other information. that's the benefits of having a guide like me. And that is what you actually chose me for, is to keep you guided, keep you in check. You're very much of a perfectionist, and you want you have your methods or your steps, you know, and that is how you wanted it to all play out. So in a way, it's like pre-post. You saw it before it's all happening. Now you are just going through the daily emotions, you know, experience.
I will give you the to-do list and
exactly. Yes.
follow the rule. Okay.
Right. Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And might I say, you're doing pretty well. Doing very well. Let's say you've reached this point, haven't you? So at this point, it's going to be somewhat of a turning point for us in our relationship, because now you've got a guide. Now you've got your own thing going on here. You're going to want confirmation.
Will be more easy too, I guess.
Yes, it will be much more easier to in all your areas of life as well. Understand that I will be, you know, keeping you tuned up. And if there's anything that you're in doubt of, I will be there to help you show you the truth.
Okay.
It's kind of weird being here because I'm always there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you can speak in your own language. I can't even think properly right now because I'm so used to being in your language. English is difficult to translate for me, although it's a little bit easier because because this is the first time.
You observe me in French, and
it's weird. It's different. This is definitely something you should try out. I will help you if you want to do this.
So if I ask you, as-tu des grands pieds, you will be able to answer me about that.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
If you feel that our connection is died, or I am not talking to you anymore, you can always come to Angie. Not to Angie, to Thorax, because we're the activators. Yeah.
Understand. I mean, when you said you can speak to my home language, is when I speak to you here with myself in some way, not through Angie, because she don't have French dictionary in his head.
It's different. Yeah. It's totally, she lives in a different world, although this is also Thorax's world. So it's completely confusing in a way for me, because I'm not sure what's going on really. But you know what I mean? I'm just talking to you. I'm just trying to focus on us, really.
So if I speak French here, you will just translate the answer through Angie in English, but you will not necessarily understand if I don't.
She won't be able to translate it. She doesn't have a French download of the language, so I can't even use the French here.
I mean, you will understand because you are at my side, but
right,
she will not. If you are not at my side, you will not be able to understand that.
Exactly.
Is that? Okay. Okay.
Then, but of course, there's this thing called telepathy, which which is way better than the French language. So I'm communicating through Thorax, and there's a whole lot of telepathy going on right now.
Okay. Is the man in the middle?
Yeah,
Is the
he's the
cat in the middle?
boss. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, it was nice to connect with you today, to actually speak to you, and to my only hope is that you continue to keep this connection open, and we can continue to grow together.
Okay. I think I will let Angie come back because it's a lot of time.
All right, yeah. All right. We'll see you just now.
Okay, see you later.
Okay. All right. It's going to take a while for your guy to leave. He is. I can feel his presence still. So.
Yeah, maybe you will lose your hair.
He's full of jokes, really, as well. And then I've got. Well, but this guy, he's kind of cool, really nice. I'm trying to open my eyes and get my bearings to ground again, you know?
Yeah.
Because I could feel, now he's gone, okay. Now he's left, all right. I just have to sever that connection. Yeah, thanks. Okay. All right. I'm going to stop the recording.
Yeah.
And give me one